What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Tech and Tactical. Today we're going to do a little in-the-car discussion. Part of my job is to drive around all over DC, and it dawned on me that I sit in my car a lot, and this might be an interesting time for us to have some discussions. So, I wanted to touch base on something recently that's changed big time for me. I have never, this discussion's about Spyderco knives. I have been into knives since right around the year 2000. I don't remember exactly when, 01, 02, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly when, but let's just say right around 2000. And I've known about Spyderco essentially the whole time. However, the only Spydercos that I had actually held and used up until maybe a year ago, or even less than a year ago, were like the Delica Dragonfly backlock Spydercos. And they're, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know that I don't like dainty knives. I don't like super lightweight, dainty knives. I'm just not into them. I like a full size, I don't want to say heavy duty, but, heavier, more robust knife. The only small knives I have are like my neckers. For instance, today I'm rocking the CRKT Minimalist, for instance. So these are really the only ones that I like that are tiny, are like neck knives, really. And what happened, something interesting happened. So about 8 months ago, maybe a year ago, I don't remember exactly when, I ended up going into a knife store in Frederick, Maryland. A quick shout out. I think it's called Knife Works. They've got a great selection. I went into this knife store and I held the Paramilitary 2. And I gotta tell you, I was completely blown away by that knife. And right now, if I had to pick a favorite folder, it would probably be the Paramilitary 2. Because it's really very, very different than your average Spyderco. It's much heavier duty. It's kind of, it just feels different. It feels better. I don't know. It feels higher quality to me. It feels heavier duty to me. I mean, it is heavier duty than like a Delica. And then I ended up going back in and I actually handled one of their Mantix 2s, or Manix 2s. And I think I liked that one even more. So suddenly I've gone from not liking, or maybe not, I shouldn't say didn't like Spyderco, but I just wasn't into them. They weren't really my cup of tea. And then I ended up discovering the Paramilitary 2 and the Manix 2. And all of a sudden, Spyderco is like one of my favorite brands. And this happened very, very quickly, too. And for a guy who's been into knives for 18 years, carrying knives daily, kind of into the whole knife thing, it's really kind of interesting. So I wanted to do a quick discussion on that. So recently I've picked up a Paramilitary 2. And I got the one in CPM S110V, which is a blade steel that I've been really interested in trying out. So it's kind of a twofer. I get to try out a really amazing super steel and actually test out the Paramilitary 2 at the same time. So I'm pretty excited about that. So coming up on the channel, you're going to see some Spyderco stuff, which is kind of interesting because, I've never really been into the Spydercos. So basically, I just wanted to touch base on that here today. This is kind of, we might call this episode 1 of the, in the car. We might call it in the car or something like that, something similar. And then if these are popular, I shouldn't say if these are popular. My channel's not that popular to begin with. I think I put out some good content and I do some pretty good reviews, but I just don't really have that much, I don't really have that many subscribers, and, most of my videos are not getting that many, really a whole lot of views. This to me this whole YouTube thing is not a career or a job. I'm not trying to make money doing this. This is like my hobby. I've been on and off YouTube for years. And I previously had a channel where I reviewed guitars and guitar amps and stuff, and I actually had a pretty, it's a small channel, but I've got like 12,000 views on some of my videos. So, I've been on YouTube, on and off YouTube since YouTube started, and I know this is a new channel, or at least as of when I'm filming this, where it's April of 2018. I'm a kind of a new channel, so I don't have a whole lot of views and subscribers yet, but this will be kind of this channel will evolve and maybe it'll turn into something. I'm not sure what, but right now, it started as Tech and Tactical, and mainly it's just been about knives for the most part. I do have a review on a watch, on my new Rangeman, G-Shock Rangeman, which I think is fabulous. If you guys haven't seen it, go check out that video, because this watch is spectacular. And I've got some other videos on there for some tech stuff, but mainly it's been kind of knives. Knives are certainly kind of my big hobby and interest. So please like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. If this is the only video you watched, this isn't very exciting. I'm sitting in a car. I'm driving in a car. I maybe shouldn't even be doing that. I'm hands-free. I'm not touching the camera, and I'm not even looking at the camera when I'm driving. But if this is the only video you've seen, please go back and look at some of my better material. I think that I've got some good stuff on the channel, certainly some good knife reviews. So thanks again for coming to another episode.